Stay tuned for the following special presentation from KOFO 1220 and 103.7 FM. KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to the Wise Guys Construction Braves basketball pregame show. Whether it's residential, commercial, or restoration construction you need, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa at 785-229-5651. Now, for a preview of this Ottawa University Braves basketball broadcast, here's KOFO's David Potter.
Welcome to Sterling, Kansas. I'm David Potter, and this is the Wise Guys Construction pregame show. We are about 15 minutes away from tip-off between the OU women's basketball team and the Sterling Warriors. The Braves come into this game 7-4 overall, 4-1 in KCAC play. Now, starting off with Sterling, they started KCAC play with a home game against York, who is now 0-5 in conference and 0-11 overall. Sterling beat them 72-52, so they did what you would expect them to do. They then hosted 11th-ranked Tabor, lost that one 70-55, followed it up with 24th-ranked Friends University, lost by 11 on the road there. So scheduling not doing them any favors, as OU's schedule has been a bit backloaded with those top teams in the conference. Sterling's has been front-loaded. They played arguably the two best teams in the conference in Tabor and Friends back-to-back in just their second and third games of the conference schedule, and they lost both of them by double digits. But then they rebounded with back-to-back victories over St. Mary and McPherson, who are 2-3 and 3-2 in conference play, respectively. So they've established themselves in the middle of the conference. They haven't been able to quite hang it with those teams at the top, but they've been able to take care of the middle and lower parts of the KCAC, so we'll see kind of where OU fits in with that. Ottawa not having tested Friends or Tabor yet. They have played Kansas Wesleyan and suffered a 25-point loss on the road in Salina. Kansas Wesleyan currently third in the conference and receiving votes for the top 25. Sterling has not played them yet, so you can't really compare any common opponents yet at this point. But again, in less than 15 minutes here, we're going to see them go ahead and decide that on the court. Now, the Warriors are led in scoring by Hallie Davis, averaging about 15 points per game, 4 rebounds a game. Also leads the team in assists and steals with just about 3 assists per game and averaging about a steal and a half. She plays about 32 minutes each night, so you can expect her to be on the court quite a bit. They don't give her much of a break, but you can see why, really leading the team in 3 categories and contributing some rebounding as well. She's also 11-34 from the three-point arc. That's about 32%, so not an assassin from three-point range, but not someone you can leave alone either. So they'll have to make sure they have someone keeping a close eye on Davis the entire night. Their leading rebounder is Kylie Harris, gets about 11 points and 8 boards a game. And then they also have Jessica Prince, who currently she's an efficient scorer. She hits about 62% of her shots right now. She does not play out to the perimeter. She's listed at 5'11". She's so not listed as a center, listed as a forward, but essentially plays down low like a center, doesn't really leave the post, but she's very efficient down there in the paint. 12.5 points, 6.5 rebounds a game for her. Now, as a team, Sterling can put up some points, and they're pretty stingy defensively as well for the season, scoring 71 per game. Opponents average just 54, so their average scoring margin is plus 17 each night out. So they're very efficient on two-point shots. They don't shoot well from outside, just 28%, but they don't attempt many, just about 13 per game. That's just over 20% of their shots come from three-point range, whereas you see some teams shooting upwards of about 40%. So they play to their strengths, which is more the interior game, getting to the hoop, getting the ball into the lane. They're not going to try and space the floor and shoot from the perimeter a whole lot, because it's just not something they do incredibly efficiently, but they've been able to win games without that element of the game on their side. They do also take good care of the ball and force more turnovers than they allow, which is not the case for OU, so that's a possible advantage for this Warriors team there, in that OU has struggled a bit with turnovers, and Sterling, that seems to be one of the strengths of their team, is taking pretty good care of the ball. Also an excellent free throw shooting team, hitting 77% from the line as a team. Ottawa is one of the top free throw shooting teams in the conference at 76%. Sterling even just a tiny bit better, but they don't get to the line a whole lot. And when you see that a team doesn't shoot many threes, they rely more on twos and trying to score more efficiently, you expect to see higher free throw numbers, just because that's the nature of the game. You get into the lane, into the paint, go for shots near the rim, they're more contested, you're more likely to get fouled, more likely to go to the free throw line. That's not really the case for Sterling. So you may see maybe more of a short-range jump shooting team, as OU has not seen them yet. But obviously the team has, and the team and the coaching staff have been able to see that on tape, so I'm sure they've scouted that effectively. But you don't want to send this team to the free throw line when they do get the ball down low, as they'll hit 77% from the stripe. That's an excellent number, but they don't really have any three-point threats to speak of, as we talked about. Haley Davis does hit 32% of hers, but that's actually the highest three-point percentage on the team. You've got Kylie Harris is 4 of 13, so is Jordan Greer, but that's 31%. The player who actually shoots the most from three-point range on this team is Kennedy Skolowski, and she's 9 of 37 for 24%. Now, we saw on Saturday that Bethel had a player who had taken a number of threes, had hit a very low percentage, but she hit a few of them against Ottawa Saturday. It wasn't enough to help Bethel out in that double-digit loss, but usually when you see a player who's taking that many threes, then that means the coach is giving her the green light. So even though they're not falling, again, hitting just 24% is Skolowski, probably someone you need to watch out for, because she can shoot from the perimeter. The only other player who's taken a significant number at all is Reagan Swiftwater. She's 4 of 14 for 29%. So again, just not much of a perimeter team here in Sterling. But as a whole, they still are able to shoot 45% as a team, which, compare that to Ottawa's 40%. That's a pretty dangerous rate, especially considering they're not making their threes, and they hold their opponents to 38%. So again, it's all about efficiency in terms of Sterling's offense. They're not going to score especially well from outside. They're not going to get to the free throw line a lot, but they're going to score on limited attempts, which, if you can do that, then you don't necessarily have to do some of the flashier stuff well. You can still put points on the board that way. One other thing to note before we move on to looking at Ottawa. Ottawa, just for reference, has blocked 39 shots this year. Sterling has blocked just 9, so no real rim protectors to speak of on this Sterling team. They're not a team that's going to defend especially well on the interior, so that may be an advantage for players like Ashley Romig for Ottawa, who can get the ball inside and score pretty well. Only 9 block shots in 9 games, so they average only 1 shot blocked per game. So that does not speak well to the post defense for the Sterling Warriors. So we'll see if that can be something that Ottawa can turn to their advantage. We'll go ahead and take a quick break, and then we'll go into the Braves a little more and what we can expect to see out of them. Again, you're listening to the Wise Guys Construction pregame show for OU basketball here on KOFO Sports.
You know Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa as the premier residential and commercial construction company. But did you know they also provide full repair for fire and flood restoration? Here's Bill Crowley, owner of Wise Guys Construction.
We offer full turnkey services, from cleaning and drying to the repairs of your project. We're an insurance preferred contractor. When disaster strikes, experience matters.
When it comes to your residential, commercial, or restoration needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa, 785-229-5651.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
And welcome back to Sterling, Kansas. Cold outside, but plenty warm here in the gym, as we've got about 7 minutes till tip-off here between the OU Braves and the Sterling Warriors. Part 1 of 2 for the night as the women's teams getting ready to do battle here. The men's teams will tip off at 8 if everything stays on schedule. So we talked a little about Sterling before the break. We'll talk about the Braves here. Of course, everything starts with Maddie Stewart, the team's leading scorer, averaging about 16 points a game, and just one of 11 Braves in program history to eclipse 1,000 points for her career. So obviously the offense will start with her, but she's by no means the only scoring threat out there. We saw Kaylee Williams put up 24 points on Saturday against Bethel, 16 of them coming in the first half. She did an excellent job of getting to the rim off the dribble, and so we'll see if Ottawa can make that a part of her game as well. She was averaging closer to 10 or 11 points per game before that, so that really did a lot for her scoring totals. But she certainly showed that she's able to get to the basket and get there effectively if the lanes open up for her. She's not much of a threat from three-point range, hitting just 4 of 23 for the year. That's 17%, but she didn't really need to on Saturday, and I'm sure they'll try and duplicate that kind of success for her. And then, of course, there's Ashley Romig just behind her in terms of scoring totals, 15 per game. Also, their leading rebounder, just over 8 boards per game. And then also not to be overlooked, their leading shot blocker. We talked about how Sterling has blocked a total of 9 shots this season. Ashley Romig on her own has blocked 15 just individually. So that'll be a big factor inside if she can stop some of those interior scorers, specifically Jessica Prince and Kylie Harris inside, by affecting some of those shots and really limiting the scoring opportunities, because once again, this Sterling team is one that relies on efficiency. So if Ashley Romig can be a presence, stay out of foul trouble, get her arms in the air and affect some of those shots, then that can be a big boost for the Braves. Also with 12 steals, should be noted, Kaylee Williams leads the team with 21 steals. Maddie Stewart has 15 steals and 6 blocks. She also got 7.5 rebounds, so by no means limited to just her scoring ability. And there's also Jenna Kramer, who will no doubt get the start at point guard. She started every game so far this season. Got into foul trouble quickly against Bethel, and it seemed each time she came back into the game just picked up an immediate whistle, and she ends up fouling out early in the fourth quarter, very limited in minutes, but she's still an excellent ball handler, an excellent passer for this team. She leads the team with 23 assists on the season, so that's about 2 per game. She scores about 9 a game, has 9 steals, and is also probably the team's biggest threat from three-point range. She's hit 14 of 36 for 39%, so she's another player to watch out for. And then Kelsey Hendricks typically gets the start as well, a confident ball handler to put in that backcourt along with Kramer. So, and with Williams, that gives you 3 players who have a pretty good handle, take care of the ball pretty well, though we have noted that turnover has been a bit of an issue for Ottawa, and it's been Maddie Stewart really leading the team with 46. Sometimes she may try and do a little too much just because she is so talented. Sometimes I think it seems like she tries to put the team on her shoulders, and sometimes that can result in giving the ball up, but still one of the team's top players far and away. We'll go ahead and take another break. We're getting closer to tip-off. You're listening to the Wise Guys Construction pregame show and OU basketball here on KOFO.
Pam Miller of Ottawa recently hired Wise Guys Construction.
We had a home that was nice quality, but it was very dated, and so we had them go in and do some extensive remodeling.
The lines of communication during the project were always open.
They did a good job of making the stressful situation much less.
The results exceeded expectation.
We're very pleased. They did a really beautiful quality job. I would recommend Wise Guys.
Whether it's residential, commercial, or restoration construction you need, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa, 229-5651.
Follow your favorite area high school or Ottawa University team with the KOFO Sports Guide. The KOFO Sports Guide features your team's schedule from football and volleyball to wrestling and basketball, golf, soccer, tennis, baseball, softball, and track. Pick up your free KOFO Sports Guide at these following locations: Keith King State Farm Insurance, Beckman Motors, Ottawa Family Physicians, QSI, Wise Guys Construction, Osage County Attorney's Office, Brandon Jones, or check it out online at KOFO.com.
And welcome back to Sterling. We're getting closer to tip-off here between the Sterling Warriors and the OU Braves. We're just about ready for the announcement of the starting lineups, and we'll have the national anthem, and then we'll be back to bring you the tip-off. So one more break, and we'll be back with the game here on KOFO. You're listening to the Wise Guys Construction pregame show here on KOFO 1220 and 103.7 FM.
Thank you for listening to the Wise Guys Construction Braves basketball pregame show. Tip-off is next on KOFO.
Anyone can call themselves a construction company, slap a sign on the side of their truck, and drive around town looking for work. Is that who you want to hire? No, you're smarter than that. Wise Guys Construction at 108 North Main in Ottawa has been in business for 13 years, building new residential homes, adding additions and finishing basements, solving commercial structure needs for businesses, and repairing damage left behind from fire or water. When it comes to who you hire for residential and commercial construction needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction at 785-229-5651.
KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this broadcast of Ottawa University Braves basketball. Brought to you by Modern Woodman agent Dale Pearson, Dr. Hale Family Dentistry, Kansas State Bank, Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, and by State Farm Insurance agent Ryan Dispro, Ransom Memorial Hospital, Sutton's Jewelry, CarStar, Messengers Home Furnishings. Also by Dingle & Son Mortuary, Ottawa University, M&N Sports Shop, the Ottawa Herald, Wise Guys Construction, Kramer Pharmacy, Franklin County Chiropractic, and Cosentino's Price Chopper, State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, People's Bank, Quality Structures Incorporated, and Maxwell Chiropractic. Now let's rejoin KOFO's David Potter, courtside for Ottawa University Braves basketball.
So it looks like we're going to get started a couple of minutes late here. Apologize for that, but we'll go ahead and go through the starting lineup, starting with Sterling. It looks like Courtney Rickey will be getting the start. She started all 9 games, not statistically a big contributor, only 3 points a game, but she has started each game and is one of the team leaders on steals, so more of a defensive specialist. Also have Jordan Greer, averaging about 10 points a game. Kylie Harris, who we talked about in the pregame show, she's the team's leading rebounder. Then Haley Davis, the team's leading scorer, and Jessica Prince, one of the bigger players in the center. And then the Braves going with their normal starting lineup of Jenna Kramer, Kaylee Williams, Kelsey Hendricks, Ashley Romig, and of course the senior Maddie Stewart. So those will be your starting lineups. No changes there for Ottawa. It's what we've come to expect. We've got the 3 more traditional guards in Kelsey Hendricks, Jenna Kramer, who kind of put the point guard duties, and Kaylee Williams, who's more of a combo guard. And you've got Maddie Stewart, kind of plays a wing position. You consider her a guard or a forward. Then Ashley Romig, more of a true post player at 6 feet. One of the better interior players in the conference. Again, averaging 15 points and 8 rebounds and a block and a half per game. So the teams are out on the court, and we're just about ready for tip-off. Again, the Braves with a 4-1 start here in KCAC play, but Sterling, after losing back-to-back tough games against Friends and Tabor, probably the 2 best teams in the conference, or at least the 2 highest-ranked teams in the conference. Lost back-to-back games after them. They've won 2 straight since then for a 3-2 record. So Ottawa battling to stay tied for second in the KCAC with Tabor and Kansas Wesleyan. Friends is the only undefeated team in KCAC play, but Ottawa can stay tied for number 2 with a victory here that would move them to 5-1. If they lose, they kind of move down into the mix of teams at 4-2. Sterling is right there. We'll see how the game goes for McPherson tonight, but they're sitting at 3-2. If they were to win, they'd be sitting right there at 4-2 as well. We are just about ready for tip-off now. It will be Jessica Prince and Ashley Romig going for the tip-off. The ball is up, and Romig tips it to Maddie Stewart, who gets it to Hendricks. So Ottawa will start with the ball. They're wearing black, moving right to left. Sterling left to right in white uniforms. Here's Maddie Stewart with a 3 from the top of the key, off the front of the rim, rebounded by Sterling, coming back the other way. Here's Kylie Harris trying to dribble it down to the baseline, loses control. It's going to touch the baseline, go out of bounds. So a turnover early for Sterling, and the Braves will throw it in. Hendricks takes it down the court. Sterling, man-to-man defense. Here's Maddie Stewart out on the wing. Shot fake, now drives to the hoop, up off the glass and in. The senior from Burlington with the first points of the game, and the Braves are up 2-0. Here's Kylie Harris passing it over to Haley Davis for Sterling. They're trying to work it inside. They finally get it into Jessica Prince. She's working on Romig. Romig stays straight up. Prince able to go around her and get it in. Tied up at 2. Hendricks. The pass over to Jenna Kramer, back to the top to Maddie Stewart. She'll swing it over to Kaylee Williams. Williams looks to drive, gets into the paint, draws the player into the air, but has to turn and fire it back. Now pass back into the middle to Ashley Romig, and she's fouled as she goes up for the shot. See who's called for the foul. It'll go against Courtney Rickey. So 2 shots for Ashley Romig now. An 85% free throw shooter. Number 1, though, off the mark. So might have cursed her by mentioning the free throw percentage there. Shot number 2 is in. So the Braves back on top 3-2 here in the early going. Sterling quickly takes it down the court. Jordan Greer over to Kylie Harris. Good defense by the Braves, denying the pass. And that's actually the last touch by Sterling. Courtney Rickey got a hand on it, goes out of bounds. Rickey disagrees, but the Braves will get the ball. Another turnover for Sterling. 2 early turnovers for Sterling, so the Braves will want to try and keep that going if at all possible. Stewart swings it to Hendricks. Here's Williams over to Kramer for three. In. Nothing but net. Braves lead extends to 6-2. Mentioned Kramer, the team's top three-point shooter. She got open there and drained it. Here's a three for Sterling off the back of the rim, but offensive rebound goes to the Warriors. And here's Greer, backs it out. Now it's sent over to Courtney Rickey, swings it over to Haley Davis. Tries to get it down low, but passes off target. It goes out of bounds. 3 turnovers on 4 possessions for Sterling here in the early going, and they're down 6-2. Hendricks to take it down the court again. Hendricks over to Kramer. Kramer swings it back to Hendricks. Is open for three. Got it. 9-2. And Sterling wants a timeout to stop the early bleeding. 9-2. Braves up with 7:40 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break and be right back. You're listening to OU Basketball on KOFO.
Safe, secure, strong. We're rock solid. Kansas State Bank. A better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Eric Price and his staff at the Lamb Roberts Funeral Homes are proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast and honored to help so many families in the community with compassionate care when it's needed most. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook.
We're back in Sterling. Sterling down 9-2 early after turning it over on 3 of their first 4 possessions. Trying to work it inside, almost a travel there. They'll swing it out. Now it's drive. They kick it back out to Harris. Harris, shot blocked. That was Ashley Romig, who we talked about possibly being a factor, trying to disrupt the Sterling offense. Blocking the 12-foot jump shot there. Getting her hands in the air. A 6-footer, hard to shoot it over. Braves up 9-2. Here's Maddie Stewart at the top of the key. Swings it over to Kaylee Williams. Nice entry pass into Romig. A little too hard off the backboard, though, and it rims out. Sterling taking it back the other way. Here's Kylie Harris on the baseline. Has to kick it back out on the wing. Now here's Jordan Greer at the top of the key. Will swing it over to Haley Davis. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Now they try and work it inside. Ottawa gets a hand on it, and Kaylee Williams forces the steal. Now Hendricks ends up with the ball. She's going to slow things down for the Braves. Swings it over to Kramer. Kramer out on the wing. Nowhere to go with it. Finds Maddie Stewart. Stewart swings it over to Williams. Williams will drive the baseline. Finds Harris and Hendricks, and that's going to be a charge on Kaylee Williams. Right after she passed it, she ran into a Sterling defender right there on the baseline, so the offensive foul is called. Samantha Mosley and Kennedy Sokolowski coming in for Sterling. Courtney Rickey and Kylie Harris coming off for the Warriors. 6.5 to go here in the first. Braves up 9-2 here in the early going. Jordan Greer takes it down the court for Sterling. Swings it to the top of the key. Out to Sokolowski. And here's Haley Davis. Now they work it inside to Jessica Prince. Kicks it back out to the wing. Braves giving them wide open looks on the perimeter, knowing that they're not a good three-point shooting team, and Sterling not even looking at them. Shot clock running down. Here's a quick shot, and she got it. That was Jordan Greer. Nice little move to draw her defender into the air, and then was able to catch her off balance and get the ball in. So 9-4 Braves now. Kramer swinging it over to Hendricks, who's going to reset the offense. Gets it to Kaylee Williams, who tries to feed the post. Ashley Romig can't hold on to it. It's going to be a turnover for the Braves, and it's going back the other way. Mosley to throw it in for Sterling. And Greer takes it down the court. And here's Sokolowski over to Mosley. Now they're going to work it back inside to Prince. Shot blocked, but foul called. Thought Romig might have got that one cleanly. She's shaking her head. She thought she did too, but the foul called, and that's going to send Jessica Prince to the line. We talked about how good this Sterling team is at shooting free throws, 77% as a team. Prince is 72% shooter. Here's her first shot. Rims out. off the back of the iron. That's two good free throw shooters, each missing the front end of their two on each side of the court, as Romig missed one just a few minutes ago. Prince puts up shot number 2. This one's in, so now it's 9-5 Braves. Hendricks bringing it down the court. Gets it to Maddie Stewart, who swings it over to Kaylee Williams. Williams feeds Ashley Romig, but once again can't hold on to it. And that's another turnover for the Braves as they try and get it into Romig, and Romig's just not able to get her hands on the ball. So we saw 3 early turnovers by Sterling. Now the Braves are evening things out. Here's Greer, puts up a 3, and it's good. So Sterling's cut the lead to 1 with 6 straight points here in the first quarter. We're halfway through. Kaylee Williams, left-handed drive, now backs it out. Kicks it over to Maddie Stewart. Shot fake actually makes her defender fall to the floor, but she passed it inside to Romig, whose shot is off. Offensive rebound for the Braves. Now here's a 3 by Kramer. It's good. Braves extend the lead to 4. Kramer with the open look. She's 2 for 2 from deep. Now there's Prince swinging it out to Sokolowski. Now they'll work it inside to Mosley. Blocked from behind by Maddie Stewart. Good heads-up play. She was behind her. Mosley took a little too long to shoot that one, and Stewart just reached out and knocked it out of her hands. There's a missed shot on the other end by Ottawa. Sterling pushing the tempo, trying to bring it down. Ottawa against their defense set. Romig tried to deny the entry pass. Lost position on Prince, but Prince missed the layup, so it didn't make her pay. Now it's going back the other way. Kramer, another open 3 from the corner. Off target. It's a little too long. Had a chance to open up 3 for 3 from three-point range there. Here's Greer kicking it out to Davis. Back to the top of the key. Mosley now swings it to Sokolowski. Greer with the ball again out on the wing. Uses a pick. She'll send it over to Davis. Here's Sokolowski driving into the lane, puts it up, partially blocked, and ends up in the hands of Kaylee Williams. Now Maddie Stewart looking to push the tempo. Nice little move. She gets the foul and one. Got it to drop. A little stutter step to her right, went to the left. Mosley had no choice but to just reach out and hack at it. Bumped Stewart, but Stewart able to absorb that contact and put it in anyway. We'll see substitution for both teams as Melanie Romig comes in for the Braves, as does Jessica Spear. Ashley Romig comes out, so does Kaylee Williams. And now Maddie Stewart's going to get a break as Jessica King comes on. So Kramer and Hendricks, the only starters still on the floor for the Braves. Here's Kylie Harris getting into the lane, puts up an off-balance shot, no good, rebounded by Spear. And now Hendricks going to take the ball down the court. That was King on the rebound. Kramer kicks it over to Hendricks in the corner. Now here's Melanie Romig. Swings it over to King. King tries to get it inside. Now has to toss it back out. Now they'll try an entry pass to Spear. Sterling got a hand on it, but only knocked it out of bounds, so the Braves retain possession. Up 15-8, 2:53 to go here in the first quarter. Hendricks to throw it in, trying to get it to Spear, but she's not open. She'll have to send it out to Kramer. They'll get it into King. King absorbs some contact, no call, but she does get the layup. The Braves are up 9. That's their biggest lead of the game. Here's Sokolowski out on the wing, kicks it over to Courtney Rickey. Over to Kylie Harris. Harris drives into the lane, now kicks it back out. Davis gets a screen, chooses not to use it, goes the other direction. And here's Rickey trying to drive, puts it up toward the basket. Wild shot attempt misses, and Melanie Romig has the rebound. Kramer takes it down the court, kicks it over to Hendricks. Hendricks swings it all the way over to Melanie Romig. A little shot fake, tries to get it into the lane. Now she's going to kick it back out to Hendricks. Hendricks gets a little mid-range jump shot, nothing but net. She's got it, an 11-point lead for the Braves, and Sterling wants another timeout. It's going to be a full timeout, so we'll go ahead and break for a minute here. Again, it's 19-8 OU with 2:04 to go in the first quarter. You're listening to OU basketball on KOFO.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
At State Farm, our goal is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. This is State Farm Agent Keith King in Ottawa. Let me help you protect what's most important to you. Give my office a call at 785-242-9435 or stop by at 111 South Main Street in Ottawa.
When quality matters, choose the best. Choose Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling. Call today and make sure your heating and cooling system is ready for the season at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
We're back in Sterling. Sterling just used their second timeout after falling down 19-8. They used their first one after they were down 9-2 earlier. Got under 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Sterling with the ball, working it in to the lane, puts up a shot, too hard off the backboard, misses. Maddie Stewart with the rebound, or excuse me, that's Spear with the rebound. Stewart's still on the bench. The 22 looked like a 33 for a minute there. Here's Melanie Romig kicking out to Kramer. Now she'll find King at the top of the key. Thought about a three, decides to work it inside to Spear instead. Spear's got it off the glass and in. Braves up 21-8. Now Sterling trying to come quickly the other way. Nice job by Haley Davis working the baseline and then using her body to create space and gets to the basket, lays it in. And that breaks up the run, but the Braves still up 21-10. Spear with the ball, backdoor cut, finds Kramer. A lot of contact there. Haley Davis tried to draw the charge. The ball jarred loose. Braves maintain possession, but no call, which is a little surprising. Now Spear misses the layup attempt, and Sterling gets the rebound, goes the other way. Here's Haley Davis going up. She got a little bump too, but still no call. Ball goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Spear. So on both ends of the court, as players take the ball to the basket, draw quite a bit of contact and don't get a foul call. The Braves are going to make a mass substitution, and we've got the starting lineup back in. 47 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Braves with a 21-10 lead. Sterling almost with a 5-second violation. Finally threw it up to Haley Davis at the top of the key. Davis works to her left. Now swings it inside. Foul call against Ashley Romig. That's going to be her second. That puts her in early foul trouble. Not what the Braves wanted. That'll put Maida Stahlbaumer on the line. Stahlbaumer, a 17 of 23 free throw shooter, 74% for the year. The first shot rims out. So we've seen 3 sets of 2 free throws taken so far in this game, and each player has missed the first and made the second. We'll see if that trend continues here. So 21-10, 39.4 to go here on the clock in the first quarter. Stahlbaumer's second shot is good. So the trend continues. It's a 10-point lead for OU. Hendricks, a dangerous pass, gets it over to King. Now here's Kramer in the corner. Now she'll work it toward the top of the key and swing it to Maddie Stewart, who gets it to Hendricks. Finds Kaylee Williams open for 3 in the corner. Got it. 24-11. Williams' first points of the game. As we get down to about 10 seconds left, aside from Romig getting in early foul trouble, you have to think this was gone about as well as it could have here on the road. As Sterling misses a shot, 2 seconds left. Not enough time for a last second heave, and that will end the first quarter. The Braves are up 24-11 on the road over Sterling. You're listening to Ottawa Braves basketball here on KOFO.
Smart Ottawa shoppers know Costantino's Price Chopper has the best rewards program in town. Only Price Chopper lets you earn points on all your purchases. Visit mypricechopper.com and start saving on food or fuel today. Shop Costantino's, your local family-owned grocer since 1948.
This is Dr. Weston Zinner at Franklin County Chiropractic in Ottawa. We hope you're enjoying the game and remind you that whether you're an athlete or a weekend warrior, we can help relieve your pain for a better performance. Call 785-242-9393 for an appointment.
Need to know if your child's game or practice has been canceled due to weather? Sign up now for Ottawa Recreation Commission's text alerts. Go to orcottawaks.org to sign up or for more information.
Hi, I'm Dalton Evans. I'm 10 years old and happy to report that I've never had a cavity, thanks to brushing twice a day and 2 cleanings a year at Dr. Hale Family Dentistry.
Schedule your family's appointment today by calling 242-1800.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Community journalism is thriving at the Ottawa Herald. 3 days a week in print and every day online, the Herald's award-winning staff covers the news that matters to you. Breaking news, sports, events, and so much more. Just as the Herald has done for more than 140 years. Call 242-4700 to subscribe today, or find us online at www.ottawaherald.com, on Facebook, or download our app.
Come back to Sterling. Braves up 24-11 on the road here. After an impressive first quarter performance, Sterling limited to just 4 of 15 as a team from the field. That's just 27%, whereas the Braves have hit 9 of 14 shots so far. You'd expect those to come back to the mean a little bit, but for now, there's a traveling call on Sterling. That's going to be their 5th turnover. As Haley Davis shuffled her feet before she got ready to drive. A little different lineup in for the Braves. Hendricks still in, but we've got Jessica King in the game, as is Caitlin Hughes, and Kaylee Williams, Maddie Stewart. And Stewart with the ball right now tries to get it into Caitlin Hughes along the baseline, but put a little too much on that pass, and it bounces right past her. So another turnover for the Braves. Both teams have now turned it over 5 times. Here's Bricky into the lane, now swings it out to Davis. Davis gets it to the top of the key. Now it's back out to Davis from the corner for 3. Off target, rebounded by Hughes. Hendricks will take it back the other way. After a minute and a half into the second quarter, neither team has scored yet. Now that pass by Maddie Stewart was tipped, goes out of bounds, last touch by the Warriors, so the Braves will get a throw-in right under their own basket. Hendricks to throw it in. Hendricks finds Williams up at the top of the key. She'll move to her right, gets it back over to Hendricks. Now they swing it back to Stewart, over to Hughes. Hughes gets herself an open jumper from the free throw line. Nothing but air on that one, and it'll go back the other way as it falls out of bounds. And now Hughes will check out, and Jenna Kramer comes back in for the Braves. Jessica King stays on the floor at that center position, standing 6 feet, with Ashley Romig picking up 2 quick fouls in the first quarter. Sterling gets it to the rim and in. That was Jessica Prince with the basket there. Braves still up 11. Here is Kramer, another open 3, misses that one. She's now 2 of 4 after hitting her first 2. Sterling's going to try and run the court, take it back the other way. Haley Davis had it stripped. They're going to call Kaylee Williams for the foul. Looks like she got nothing but ball there. Foul number 2 on Kaylee Williams now. And they're going to send Melanie Romig onto the floor for her to avoid any further foul trouble. So Ashley Romig and Kaylee Williams both on the bench with 2 fouls here in the early going of the second quarter. 7:45 still to go in the first half. The Braves with an 11-point lead, but starting to get a little bit limited with 2 members of their starting lineup on the bench. Sterling working around the perimeter. Here's a 3-pointer, short. Rebounded by Kramer. Kramer's going to try and take it all the way back the other way now. faces some pressure, has to swing it back. Maddie Stewart gets it over to Hendricks. Hendricks moving to her right, swings it over to Jessica Kramer. Back to Stewart, almost lost the handle on it. Had to go back all the way near the half-court line to retrieve it. Less than 10 seconds left on the shot clock. They get it into Stewart, who spins and puts it in. Stewart with a nice cut, got an open look and laid it right in. So the Braves lead back up to 13. Here's a three for Sterling. It falls. Sokolowski gets it in. Now the Braves want a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to OU Basketball on KOFO.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Welcome back to Sterling. The Braves just took their first timeout of the game as their lead went up to 13 and then was quickly cut back to 10 as they allowed a wide-open three-pointer for one of Sterling's few three-point shooters. Now, nice job of working it inside to King going back the other way. Sterling didn't get their defense fully set, and King was open in the lane. She just laid it right in. It's a 28-16 lead for OU. Now, Kylie Harris does a good job using a screener, drives it in, but forced to the baseline. Now, Sokolowski thought about a three-pointer, then gives it to Davis. She'll shoot the three. Off target to the right, rebounded by Prince inside, and they score off the offensive rebound. Lead back to 10. Can't allow offensive rebounds. That's a good way to lose your lead. Maddie Stewart with the ball at the top of the key. Starts to drive and sends it over to Melanie Romig. Almost swinging out to Jenna Kramer. Kramer out on the right wing. She uses a skip pass to get it to Melanie Romig. She drives and kicks it back out to Kramer. Open three. And she'll stick it between the rim and the backboard. The ball's caught, so that's a jump ball. Possession arrow pointing to OU. OU started the game with the ball. Sterling is sending a player from the men's team out to try and unstick the ball, and he can't do it, so they're going to roll another ball out onto the court to throw it up there, and then they finally get it unstuck. Couldn't get up quite high enough to get his hand on that ball, but now the Braves will throw it in. 6:03 to go in the half. They're up 10. Here's Jessica King on the drive. Takes a little contact, lays it in left-handed. Nice job by King. 30-18 OU. Going back the other way, Jordan Greer gets over to Sokolowski. She drives, lays it up and in for two. 30-10. Made it too easy and gave her the lane there with very little resistance. High-risk pass by Kramer there. It didn't pay for it. Now she gets it into Maddie Stewart. Lays it in. She got behind the defense. Nobody in front of her, and she's just able to lay the ball right in. 32-20 Braves. Kylie Harris fakes the corner three. Now she's going to kick it up to Prince. Prince drives, lays it up and in. Prince has 11 points now. Braves take it back the other way. Seems like every time they score now, it's quickly answered. As that lead keeps coming back to 10. Here's Maddie Stewart again. Off the glass and in. Maddie Stewart, good control there. Gets it in. She's got 9 of her own. 34-22. Sterling taking it back the other way. Here's Jordan Greer. Kicks it out to Kylie Harris. Now they swing it over to Haley Davis. Now she uses a screen. Kicks it out to Kylie Harris, who drives and rolls in off the edge of the rim. Looks like it might fall out. Went the other way, and again, Sterling quickly responds after OU gets the basket. 34-24 is Melanie Romig. Sends it over to King. King swings it out to Jenna Kramer. 4.5 minutes to go in the first half. Here's Hendricks. Over to Romig. Romig tries the entry pass to King, but she was well defended, and it goes right off her hand and out of bounds. She couldn't reel it in. So a couple of substitutions as Melanie Romig and Jessica King go to the bench. Avery Lumen, the freshman guard out of Atchison, will come in, as will Leslie Spear to replace Jessica King. Braves still up 10. Courtney Rickey with the ball, swings it over to Jessica Prince. Here's Sokolowski in the corner, gets it inside to Mosley. Her pass almost goes out of bounds. Rickey finally able to chase it down. Now Prince has it at the top of the key. She'll find Haley Davis. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Can't get around Hendricks. Dribbles, little step back jumper. Too much on it. Rebounded by the Braves. They'll take it back the other way. Here's Kramer. Now Maddie Stewart at the top of the key. Swings it back over to Kramer. She wants to get it inside to Spear, but she's being defended very well down low. Sterling's moved to a 3-2 zone defensively. And now they're going to call a travel on Spear. That's a situation where you normally see a jump ball called. As a Sterling, she went up to shoot it. Sterling player got one hand on it and kept her from going up with it. Usually they'll consider that dual possession. They'll call Spear for the travel, though, after she comes back down. So a turnover for the Braves. Prince drives, lots of contact there, but no call there either. Now the Braves driving. Here's Jessica Kramer, walked before she took a shot, so another turnover for OU. The turnovers just keep going back and forth. We'll see Rashaya Parker make her first appearance as she gives Hendricks, I believe, her first break of the game. 3:04 to go in the first half. It's 34-24. Ottawa up to 8 turnovers now in the first half. We talked about how that's been an issue for them. They haven't been made to pay too badly for them as Sterling turns it over there as that entry pass too high for Prince to reel in. Spear gets the steal. Parker will swing it over to Kramer. That was turnover number 6 for Sterling. Here's Lumen. Parker over to Kramer. Kramer wants to work it inside to Stewart. Stewart asking for the ball inside, but she's pretty well defended. Here Lumen for 3. In and out. Rebound to Sterling. Courtney Rickey looking to push the tempo, runs into the defense, they'll back it out. Swings over to Haley Davis out on the left wing. She's defended by Parker. Now she'll find Mosley at the top of the key. Back over to Davis. Davis works it inside. Here's Prince again off the glass. Misses this one. And good effort by Haley Davis trying to save that offensive rebound. Throws it in, but throws it out of bounds. Now Ashley Romig with 2 fouls is going to come back in for Leslie Spear. So Romig in some foul trouble. She'll have to be careful on the defensive end especially. 2:07 to go here in the first half. The Braves lead 34-24. They've continued shooting very well. Sterling's shooting percentage slowly climbing back up. They're 10 of 26 from the field after starting out to 24% in the first quarter. Here's Maddie Stewart. Quickly swings it over to Lumen. Finds Romig inside. She's triple teamed. Lumig gets the ball, gets it back out to Romig, finds Kramer, who's going to be called for a travel before she drives. So for both teams, a lot of players being called for shuffling their feet before they drive. That's something the referees have been keying in on. And Romig quickly going to come back out. Apparently they just wanted to speak to Leslie Spear briefly. She's right back into the game. Romig again has 2 fouls, so she and Kaylee Williams have been restricted in terms of their playing time here in the second quarter. Sterling swinging the ball around the perimeter. They'll try and work it inside. It goes all the way through the middle of the defense and lands in the hands of Jordan Greer, who's able to get it to the free throw line and knock down the jumper. So Sterling cuts the lead down to single digits for the first time in quite a while as we approach the 1-minute mark. It's 34-26. Braves still lead. They're on the road. Here's Maddie Stewart in the lane in some trouble. Going to have to swing it back out to Kramer. Kramer finds Parker. Parker drives the baseline, goes up with it. He draws the contact, but they're really not calling that under the basket. But they will say that Sterling got a hand on it, knocked it out of bounds. 59.1 seconds to go. Not a lot of fouls called either way tonight. Not been one-sided at all, but the referee's just letting a lot of contact go right underneath the basket when shooters go up with it. Here's Maddie Stewart. It's a stutter step move. Gets it into the lane, then kicks it back out to Parker. Now Parker will swing it over to Kramer. Ball back in Stewart's hands. He'll get it back to Kramer, uses the screen, trying to get into the lane, but the zone doing a good job of preventing it. Here's Parker to send it back out to Kramer. Hoists a three, and I think the crowd got in her head. They were saying that there was less time on the shot clock than there was, and she hoisted it up from several feet behind the line. And that's going to be a shot clock violation after Ottawa got the offensive rebound, but not able to put it back up quickly enough. 28.1 seconds to go. Braves still within 8-point lead, 34-26. A lot less scoring here in the second quarter than there was in the first. King is going to come in for Spear for his last 28 seconds. We saw 35 points scored in total in the first quarter and just 25 here in the second. We've seen a whole lot of turnovers going both ways. 10 for the Braves, 7 for Sterling. No shot clock for Sterling. They can hold for the final shot if they want. It appears that's what they're going to do as Jordan Greer resets the offense all the way back at the timeline. She'll go up to the top of the key. Maddie Stewart forces her back. Looking for a lane in. She'll kick it over to Haley Davis, who's going to take a long two with 1 second remaining. It misses, and that'll be the end of the first half. The Braves maintained that lead for most of the first half. Sterling able to cut into it just a bit as we got down the stretch in the second quarter, but we'll go into the break with OU up 34-26. You're listening to Ottawa Braves basketball here on KOFO.
To protect your family and plan for your financial future, get to know your Modern Woodman agent.
Hello, I'm Dale Pearson, your Modern Woodman agent in Ottawa, Kansas. Call me today at 242-6566.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures. People's Bank in Ottawa is proud to support our area sports teams. From People's Bank Field at Ottawa University to our Bucks for Buckets promotion and more, we believe our local sports programs are an investment in our future. Best of luck to all the teams from all of us at People's Bank. Member FDIC.
Searching for that perfect gift for someone? How about for yourself? This holiday season, spend your dollars wisely on something that lasts and gives back year after year after year. Shop Messenger's Home Furnishings for furniture, bedding, and accessories right now during their holiday sale in South Ottawa.
This is Ryan Disborough, your State Farm insurance agent in Garnett, providing insurance and financial services, including retirement options, bank loans, life insurance, and annuities. Call and schedule your financial services consultation today at 785-448-1660.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
When quality matters, choose the best. Choose Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling. Call today and make sure your heating and cooling system is ready for the season at 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Quality Structures Incorporated in Richmond is proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast. They know experience matters on the court and when it comes to your building needs. Visit qualitystructures.com and let them put their years of experience in constructing post-frame buildings to work for you.
Welcome back to Sterling. You're listening to the Advantage Electric Lady Braves halftime show on KOFO. Whether you're building or remodeling residential or commercial, get the electric advantage for your project. Advantage Electric at 229 North Main in Ottawa, or call 418-1218. So the first half is in the books. The Braves up 34-26. They've led by as many as 13 in this one. Sterling just kind of kept answering throughout that second quarter. Each time the Braves would push it to 12, they seemed to come back and score a quick two on the other end. So the lead vacillated between 12 and 10 quite a bit there in the second quarter. The leading scorers for each team have 11. For Sterling, it's Jessica Prince, who for a while there had kind of taken over, was doing everything from scoring on the post to taking the ball at the top of the key and just driving it. She's got 11, and then so does Maddie Stewart, who's mostly scored off the drive. I don't believe she's hit a set shot yet. Really, everything has been off the dribble. So That is usually her game, and she does a good job of scoring through contact and on the move. Rebounding leader is Prince with 4 for Sterling, kind of doing it all for them. Kramer has 3 and also has 4 assists for the Braves. So those are your stat leaders at the halftime break. So in the first quarter, the Braves got out to that 9-2 lead, forced Sterling to take a timeout to kind of regroup, and they did. They got it back to 9-8, but then OU just pushed it right back with scoring 10 straight, made it 19-8, and that kind of put the Braves where they would end up in terms of scoring margin for most of the half. We ended the first half with them up 24-11 with a 13-point lead, and then again throughout that second quarter, things just kind of kept going back and forth. OU would score, but then it seemed like Sterling had an answer every time, and then OU just turned the ball over a few too many times, ended up with 10 turnovers in the first half, and that ended up being a bit of a difference as the Braves or the Warriors were able to cut the lead to single digits and make it 34-26 going into halftime. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll be back with more of the Advantage Electric halftime show here in Sterling. You're listening to OU basketball on KOFO.
At State Farm, our goal is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. This is State Farm Agent Keith King in Ottawa. Let me help you protect what's most important to you. Give my office a call at 785-242-9435 or stop by at 111 South Main Street in Ottawa.
This is Lou Baker at CarStar Ottawa. Our technicians are highly trained, I-CAR certified repair experts. We provide continued education for our employees and the latest equipment to ensure the highest quality repairs. We work hard at staying your #1 collision repair shop. 1-800-CARSTAR. Relax. We'll take it from here.
Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, hopes you're enjoying this KOFO sports broadcast and wishes all the area teams good luck this season. Call Kramer Pharmacy today and ask about their convenient MedSync program that allows you to have all your prescriptions filled at the same time each month. Call 242-2055. Ransom Memorial Hospital Cancer Care, your cancer-fighting team, is open and accepting patients. For a personalized care experience, call 785-229-8203. Online at ransom.org or at 1301 South Main Street, Ottawa. RMH Cancer Care. Close to home, close to your heart.
You say you've always dreamed of a custom-made gold piece, but had never taken the time to make it a reality. What are you waiting for? Sutton's Jewelry Bench Jeweler Phil Sutton can help guide you through the process just in time for Christmas. But stop in soon. Deadline for customized jewelry consultations is December 9th. Sutton's Jewelry, whether it's a gift for someone special or a treat for yourself, make sure you check out our holiday specials throughout the store. 207 South Main, Ottawa.
This is Dr. Adam Maxwell of Maxwell Chiropractic, serving you with chiropractic and wellness care at 225 South Walnut in Ottawa. Call 785-893-8272 for an appointment. As a former Cyclone, I wish this year's teams good luck, and I'm proud to be a supporter of Ottawa Cyclone Athletics.
Since 1944, families of Franklin County have called Dingle & Son Mortuary and Crematory in their time of need. Why? Because of the peace of mind received knowing that Dingle & Son will take charge and exceed expectations. Visit DingleMortuary.com.
Welcome back to the Advantage Electric halftime show on KOFO. Advantage Electric at 229 North Main in Ottawa. Call 418-1218. Again, it's 34-26 Braves. Looking at the stat sheet here, we'll see if maybe the Braves can get a little more of that momentum back in the second half, as Ashley Romig and Kaylee Williams should be able to get back on the court and get a little more playing time. They were both held to single-digit minutes in the first half. Ashley Romig played only 7 minutes, Kaylee Williams 9, as they both had 2 fouls. They should be able to get back out onto the court. And again, the Braves' momentum, they didn't surrender too much of the lead. It did go from 13 to 8, so they still are up 8, but surrendered a bit of the momentum as the second half went on. And you have to think at least a good part of that is due to missing 2 of your starters, including your last game's leading scorer in Kaylee Williams, and then your team's leading rebounder and shot blocker in Ashley Romig. Romig actually held to just 1 point, no rebounds, 1 block shot, 1 turnover. That's her entire stat line for the first half. So it's definitely uncharacteristic for her, but she only played 7 minutes, so they can get her work back into the game. That should be big. Kaylee Williams was able to score 3 off of 1 3-point shot, grabbed 2 rebounds, 2 assists, but turned the ball over twice in her 9 minutes. 2 blocked shots so far for the Braves and none for Sterling. We mentioned that they're not really a shot blocking team, but both Maddie Stewart and Ashley Romig have 1, and then Kelsey Hendricks and Leslie Spear each have a steal to force turnovers, but the Braves still have 10 turnovers to Sterling's 7, so that's something that they'll need to continue to keep close, as again, it's been something that Sterling's been good at this year and that the Braves have struggled with a bit at times. We'll go ahead and take another break. You're listening to the Advantage Electric Halftime Show here on KOFO.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Anyone can call themselves a construction company, slap a sign on the side of their truck, and drive around town looking for work. Is that who you want to hire? No, you're smarter than that. Wise Guys Construction at 108 North Main in Ottawa has been in business for 13 years, building new residential homes, adding additions and finishing basements, solving commercial structure needs for businesses, and repairing damage left behind from fire or water. When it comes to who you hire for residential and commercial construction needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction at 785-229-5651.
Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, hopes you're enjoying this KOFO sports broadcast and wishes all the area teams good luck this season. Call Kramer Pharmacy today and ask about their convenient MedSync program that allows you to have all your prescriptions filled at the same time each month. Call 242-2055.
Eric Price and his staff at the Lamb Roberts Funeral Homes are proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast and honored to help so many families in the community with compassionate care when it's needed most. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook.
This is Dr. Weston Zinner at Franklin County Chiropractic in Ottawa. We hope you're enjoying the game and remind you that whether you're an athlete or a weekend warrior, we can help relieve your pain for a better performance. Call 785-242-9393 for an appointment.
This is Ryan Disborough, your State Farm insurance agent in Garnett, providing insurance and financial services, including retirement options, bank loans, life insurance, and annuities. Call and schedule your financial services consultation today at 785-448-1660.
And welcome back to Sterling and the Advantage Electric Halftime Show here on KOFO. We've got less than 4 minutes until the start of the second half. Looking at the shooting numbers for these two teams, Sterling's first half really perfectly representative of who they are as a three-point shooting team. The 2 for 7, they average about 14 or 13 threes attempted per game, and they hit just under 30%, so 2 of 7, pretty perfectly representative of their normal three-point shooting performance. The Braves, however, 4 of 9, so not taking a lot of threes, but picking their spots very well and hitting them efficiently. Jenna Kramer hit her first 2, missed her next 3, but one of those was one where she thought she had a little less left on the shot clock than she really did, and hoisted it up from a few feet behind the line. Came up short on it, so she was 2 of 4 prior to that. We're not going to hold that one against her. Those have been all 5 of her shots from outside. She's also got 4 assists. She has turned it over twice. So has Kaylee Williams, who played just 9 minutes. So Kaylee Williams, one of the main culprits on the team in terms of turnovers. She has 41 of them this season, but you come to expect that from someone who has the ball in their hands a lot and drives a lot, as that leaves you open sometimes to having the ball slapped away. So not necessarily bad turnovers if you can limit them, and they come in situations where you're just trying to get easy looks at the basket inside. So the Braves able to spread minutes around pretty well in that first half, with only 3 playing double-digit minutes, 6 players in double-digit minutes for Sterling, as Kennedy Sokolowski came in with just a just a few minutes into the first quarter, and I don't believe she came out. She ended up with over 15 minutes of playing time. She hit 1 3, but has been quiet outside of that. Again, Jessica Prince really doing almost all the damage for Sterling in her 17 minutes of playing time. She's got 11 points on 9 shots, so not terribly efficient. She's missed 3, something that she doesn't take very often. In fact, only her 3rd attempted 3 of the season. We will go ahead and take one more commercial break, and then we'll be back with the second half. Again, it's Braves 34, Sterling 26. You've been listening to the Advantage Electric halftime show on KOFO.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
The Ottawa Shopper has a new look with new features. Never miss your favorite TV show with the TV Guides. Find area church times and the popular Kids Talk About God column on the church pages, and get useful employment tips from our weekly Q&A advice column. Call 242-4700 to get your Franklin County address added to our subscription list for free, or pick up the Ottawa Shopper at multiple racks around town. That's 242-4700.
Burger King presents Breakfast Stories. Today's story, Big Jim and 3 pancakes for 89 cents.
I don't care what you call them, pancakes, flipjacks, flap cakes. The point is, at Burger King, you can get a stack of 3 of them for 89 cents. What kind of deal is this?
A great one? Fill up on 3 golden pancakes for 89 cents. This is not breakfast. This is a Burger King breakfast. Get 3 pancakes for 89 cents. Only at Burger King. Limited time only. Price and participation vary.
At Twinings of London, we have black, green, and herbal teas that are perfect for any mood. There's jasmine green if you're feeling rushed. Lemon and ginger if you're worn down. Or berry fusion if you're feeling wild. No matter what flavor you pick, it's crafted with 300 years of expertise for the perfect balance of taste, flavor, and aroma. You have to like the sound of that. Twinings of London. Teas that fit your every mood.
Back from halftime in Sterling, the Braves up 34-26. They've got the starting lineup back on the court, as does Sterling. As Kaylee Williams driving into the lane, lays it off the backboard and rims out, but she gets the steal after a lazy pass on the rebound. Now she goes for another layup, misses that one, and fights for the rebound, but doesn't end up winning it. And Sterling will come back the other way. Here's Haley Davis out on the left side, driving the baseline, goes up and in. Lead cut to 6. Braves coming back the other way. Kaylee Williams with the ball, taking it out to the left wing, defended by Jordan Greer. Tries to take her to the hoop and is double teamed, swings it back out. There's Jenna Kramer looking to try and get it into Ashley Romig. Not open, so they'll swing it out to Maddie Stewart. Steps in, takes it long 2, misses off the front of the rim. Rebound by Sterling. They're coming back the other way. Here's Jordan Greer. Warriors only down 6. Kylie Harris with the 3, well short, and able to save the offensive rebound. Looked like Roman could have gotten to it, but she decided to just let it go out of bounds instead, and then Harris got in there and saved it, and now Kaylee Williams is going to be called for a 3rd foul, trying to defend that pass and knock it away. Got some arm as well. So now she's probably going to have to go back to the bench with her 3rd foul here within the first 2 minutes of the second half, after playing only 9 minutes of the first half with foul trouble. The pass into Harris. Looks like she hopped a little bit as she took that pass. No travel call. Here's Haley Davis for 3. On target, but deep. Offensive rebound tipped back out. So the Braves struggling on the defensive boards right now. Romig finally pulls one down after the missed shot attempt off the glass. Now here's Jenna Kramer. Tries to drive. Defended by Haley Davis. Swings it back out. And here's Kaylee Williams, who does stay in the game with 3 fouls. She's open for 3. Takes it. Rims out. Rebound to Sterling. Kylie Harris takes it down for the Warriors. Working against Maddie Stewart. Now she'll send it over to Jordan Greer. Jordan Greer looks to drive, gets it into the lane, goes up to the left-handed layup. It's good, and she draws the foul. So the lead is cut to 4. The Braves still yet to score in the second half, and now Sterling up to 4 with a chance to make it 5. As Jordan Greer goes to the line, an 81% free throw shooter. Misses off the back of the rim, then Sterling almost got another offensive rebound there, but finally tracked down. Sterling with 8 offensive rebounds to Ottawa's 2. Here's Madison Stewart taking it to the rim. She's fouled. Ball does not go in, but she'll get 2 free throw attempts. Kylie Harris called for the first foul. That's her first. Stewart's free throw misses. So we've seen on both ends of the court some uncharacteristically poor free throw shooting tonight. Stewart's second shot also off to the left. So the lead stays just 4. Sterling taking it back the other direction. Harris at the top of the key. Swings it. Now they'll work it inside to Prince, who gets the easy layup. Now a 6-0 run to start the second half for Sterling, and they're down only 2. Here's Kaylee Williams with the mid-range jumper. Nothing but net on that one. Finally gets the Braves on the board here in the third quarter. Their lead still just 4. Prince working against Romig. Now kicks it out to Harris with the open 3. She's fouled by Maddie Stewart after the shot. Stewart went to contest the shot a little late and then bumped Harris as she came down. And now Harris is going to go to the line for 3 shots. Could make this a 1-point game, a 79% free throw shooter. First shot is in. 36-33 now, 6:43 to go here in the third quarter. Shot number 2 for Kaylee Harris is up. Good. Now it's a 2-point game. (36-34). Romig and Stewart down low on the blocks, hoping to get a rebound if she misses this one. Puts it up and hits it. It's a 1-point game after the foul on the 3-point attempt hurts the Braves and cuts the lead to a single point. And now Coach Bruce Tate wants a timeout. We'll take a quick break and be back to Sterling. The Braves lead cut to 1. You're listening to OU Basketball on KOFO.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
And we are back in Sterling. Braves have called their first timeout of the second half. Their lead has been cut to 1. They were up at the break. Now 36-35, 6:38 remaining. Kaylee Williams playing with 3 fouls. Ashley Romig picked up those 2 in the first half. She's not picked up any additional ones here in the second. And the Braves, it looks like, are going to stick with their starting lineup out on the court. No changes for either team, it would appear. Braves clamping down on Haley Davis. She's only 2 of 11 from the field. That's Sterling's leading scorer, so that'll be something to keep an eye on if they can keep that going. Hendricks at the top of the key, swings over to Kaylee Williams, pump fake, then drives, gets to Maddie Stewart. She's going to have to take it back out and away from the pressure. As Sterling is in a 3-2 zone, and they really collapse on anyone who gets into the lane. There's Jana Kramer with a nice drive, getting past the pressure and laying it up and in from an awkward angle. That pushes the lead back up to 3 for OU. Haley Davis out on the left wing. The Braves have gone to a zone defense. Sterling tries to get it inside to Prince. Nice denial on the entry pass by Romig. Forces the steal. Kramer gets it over to Williams. Williams slows things up. Now she'll get it to Romig. Kicks it out to Hendricks. He's going to reset it out at the timeline. Looking to drive into that zone, then kicks it back out to Maddie Stewart. Stewart over to Kaylee Williams and sets the screen. Williams starts to drive, then kicks it out to Kramer, whose three is just off the front edge of the rim. That one looks good, just not quite enough on it. Braves lead is still 3. Here's Haley Davis driving the baseline. She's fouled by Maddie Stewart as she goes up for the layup. So Haley Davis, frustrated with the poor shooting performance so far, decides to take that one aggressively to the rim, and she draws the foul from Maddie Stewart. That's number 2 on Stewart. Excuse me, that'll actually be number 3 on Stewart. She's going to come out. And it'll be Jessica King coming on for Maddie Stewart. You've got 5'11" Jessica King, or 6 foot, Jessica King, and 6 foot Ashley Romig in the game. So that's a lot of height for Sterling to deal with. But both free throws are good, and it's 38-37. Braves lead cut back down to 1. Here's Hendricks. Looking for Kaylee Williams. Couldn't get it to her, so she gets it over to Kramer. Now they find King wide open underneath, and one. She draws the foul and lays it in high off the glass. King having a nice game for herself. With that foul trouble for Romig, she was the primary sub who took on the additional minutes. She's now up to 8 points. This will be her first free throw attempt of the night. Only a 52% free throw shooter for the season. But the way things have been going tonight from the free throw line probably means that she'll make this one. Up and nothing but net. So sure enough, the odd free throw shooting trends continue, and the Braves lead is 4 as we approach the 5-minute mark here in the third quarter. Here's Sokolowski driving into the paint and kicking it back out to Davis. Now they'll get it into Prince, who finds Sokolowski for 3. Rims out. Looks good, but just bounces out. A long distance pass, barely hauled in by Williams, and then Jordan Greer didn't mean to foul her, but had jumped to try and intercept that long pass and just kind of stumbled over the top of Kaylee Williams. So a lot of contact there. That's team foul number 3 on Sterling. The ball will be thrown in by Kramer. So get it into Hendricks. Braves up 4, under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Braves have not trailed at any point, although the lead has been cut to 1 multiple times. Here's Kaylee Williams driving the baseline, finds Hendricks, swings it back out to the top of the key. Kramer would have been open for 3, but had a hard time reeling that pass in, but she's going to drive it and take it to the basket and lay it in herself. Taking matters into her own hands. She's got 10 now. Braves up by 6. Here's Sokolowski working against Hendricks. There's Davis swinging it into the corner. Now they'll try and get it inside. Now they kick it back out. Sterling can't seem to decide whether they want to get it inside or look for a 3. Here's Sokolowski for 3. Hits it. It's going to be a timeout for Sterling as they cut the lead to 3. 4:06 to go in the third quarter. Braves up 43-40. We'll take a quick break. This is OU basketball on KOFO.
Taco Bell has a feast for you that lasts all day. From breakfast to late night, enjoy 20 decadent cravings for just $1 each. Like the bacon grilled breakfast burrito, the beefy Fritos burrito, and the shredded chicken mini quesadilla, each just $1. So many delicious choices for so little money. $1 all day at Taco Bell. Let the feast begin.
At participating locations for a limited time only, prices and items may vary. Breakfast items available until 11 a.m. Tax extra.
And welcome back to Sterling. OU women's basketball here on KOFO. Coming out of a Sterling timeout. The Braves up 43-40. Their lead has been cut to as close as 1, but they have not trailed today. Under 4 minutes to go here now in the third quarter. Is King at the top of the key. Gets it over to Kramer, works it inside to King, who works it further inside to Spear. She's got a shot blocked. They're going to say that's a tie-up. It was Jessica Prince who got her hands on it for long enough, apparently, that they'll say dual possession instead of a block, and that means the ball stays with OU. Hendricks swings it in to Kramer. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. She's going to shoot the 3. It just misses everything. That's going to be a shot clock violation as nobody got to the rebound in time. 3:34 left on the clock here in the third period. Braves clinging to that 3-point lead. Going to Haley Davis. Davis, the leading scorer for Sterling, held to just 6 so far today on 2 of 11 shooting. Davis with the ball out on the right wing. She'll feed it into Prince. Prince swings it back out. And here's Sokolowski. Fakes the 3, gets into the lane, goes up for the jumper, and knocks it down. Sokolowski with a couple of big shots here in the last couple minutes. And the lead cut to 1 once again. Ashley Romig and Maddie Stewart set to come in for the Braves as Williams gets into the lane, gets an open shot, but a little too much on it. It misses off the back of the iron. Now Sterling with a chance to try and get the lead back. Or not back, to the first lead of the game. And Prince has her shot rejected by King. They're going to call a foul on that after all the contact they've let go. Really no noticeable contact on that one. Looked like a clean block. But they'll call the foul on Jessica King and send Prince to the line for 2 free throws. So they've let an abundance of contact go on both ends of the court on shooters right underneath the basket. And then they whistle that one on what appeared to be a clean block. And the first free throw is good. So it's a tie game for the first time since it was 0-0. Jessica Prince for free throw number 2. It's in. And Sterling has their first lead of the game, 44-43. Braves have been led by as many as 13. They were up 8 at halftime. It's all been a race now. Hendricks over to King. King working against Sokolowski. Gets to the basket. Nice little baby hook off the spin move. And takes the lead back for the Braves. She's got 12. King doing an excellent job here. Getting some additional playing time with Romig and Stewart seeing some foul trouble. Right now they have Romig, Stewart, and King all in the game. And they form the base of the 3-2 zone with Kramer and Hendricks up at the top. As Haley Davis passes up an open 3, dribbling it around on the perimeter. Now she'll work it inside to Stellbaumer. Here's Ricky out on the right wing. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Haley Davis tries to get inside to Prince, but didn't know where she was, and the ball goes straight out of bounds. The Braves will get it back, up 1, 45-44. We'll see a substitution for Sterling as Mosley is going to come on for Stellbaumer. Stellbaumer, just a freshman out of Centralia, getting a little bit of playing time here and there for Sterling. Hendricks, a freshman herself out of Emporia, takes the ball up. Here's Kramer. Brings it back over to Hendricks. Wide open for 3. Just off the front of the rim. It was a good look, but just didn't fall. Haley Davis looking to take it coast to coast. Has it rejected by Ashley Romig. Right into the hands of Hendricks, who's going to take it back the other way. Romig's second foul. Second block. Lucky wasn't called for a foul after what happened to Jessica King on the previous possession. Here's Kramer taking it to the basket, gets the ball to spin in off the rim, off the glass. Now 47-44. Here's Haley Davis driving the baseline, trying to draw contact. A circus layup goes in. What a layup by Haley Davis to pull it back to within 1. 1:18 to go here in the third quarter. Braves clinging to a 47-46 lead. Here's Kramer swinging up to Hendricks at the top of the key. Over to Maddie Stewart. Stewart finds King. King wants to get it into the lane, then has to send it back out to Kramer. Kramer with an 18-foot jumper off the back of the iron. Rebound by Davis. Davis wants to take it all the way again. She goes up on the other end, and it's in. Haley Davis is on a mission here. Frustrated by that poor first half performance, she's just willing the ball to the basket and into the hoop. Sterling has once again reclaimed the lead. Now here's Romig working against Prince. Misses, tries to get her own rebound, can't quite get to it. Sterling going the other way, trying to extend their lead. About 3 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock. 23 seconds to go in the third quarter. Sterling with the ball at the top of the key. Haley Davis looked like she traveled, managed to keep 1 foot on the ground, I guess. Kicks out of Sokolowski, who hits the 3. And now it's a 4-point lead for Sterling. That's their biggest lead of the game. 5 seconds left on the clock. Here's King looking for the final shot of the third quarter. She's going to kick it out to Hendricks for a last-second attempt from the corner. She misses, and Sterling's going to go into the fourth quarter with all the momentum and a 4-point lead, 51-47. A poor offensive quarter for Ottawa. We'll take a quick break and then be back for the fourth quarter, see how this one ends. You're listening to OU Basketball on KOFO.
Follow your favorite area high school or Ottawa University team with that KOFO Sports Guide. That KOFO Sports Guide features your team's schedule from football and volleyball to wrestling and basketball, golf, soccer, tennis, baseball, softball, and track. Pick up your free KOFO Sports Guide at these following locations: Keith King State Farm Insurance, Beckman Motors, Ottawa Family Physicians, QSI, Wise Guys Construction, Osage County Attorney's Office, Brandon Jones, or check it out online at KOFO.com. Want to go see the Chiefs play at Arrowhead Stadium? How about sit in the front row? KOFO and McCoy's Furniture Loft want to send you. All you have to do is stop by Furniture Loft on Market Street in Osage City and register. And you and a friend could be sitting in front row to watch a Chiefs game. Only one win per person per season. KOFO and McCoy's Furniture Loft employees and their households are not eligible to win. No purchase is necessary. The next giveaway will be for the Chiefs game December 18th against the Tennessee Titans. We'll announce the winner December 12th on the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
Welcome back to Sterling, where the Braves have dug a small hole for themselves after leading all the way until just a couple minutes left in the third quarter. They built up a lead as big as 13, but have let it all fall away as they were outscored 25-13 in the third quarter. Offensive rebounding, part of it. They've given up 8 offensive rebounds for Sterling and only have 2 of their own. Sterling gets the ball to start the fourth quarter. Here's Rickle swinging it out to Greer, back to Rickle, trying to get it inside to Mosley. Has it tipped away. Sterling ends up with it. Here's Harris trying to force the issue at the hoop. Roman gets the rebound. She'll get it to Parker, who's in for the second time today. Parker setting up the offense. Looking for Kaylee Williams out here on the right wing. She'll send it over to Kramer in the corner. Skip pass out to Parker. Parker drives the baseline, goes up, and fouls prior to the shot. Foul is going to go against Sokolowski, only her first. Sokolowski had a big third quarter, scoring 8. Parker's throwing goes to Kaylee Williams. Williams kicks it out to Kramer. Kramer driving, fouled, couldn't get the layup to fall, but she'll go to the line for a pair. Braves down 4. Trying to get that lead back. They owned it for almost the entire game. Kramer, the team leader in points with 12. First free throw is in. Cuts the lead to 3. Shot number 2 is up and in, so Kramer has cut the lead to 2. They'll need to D up here. Sokolowski will take the ball down the court. Braves stay in that 3-2 defense. It didn't do particularly well in the third quarter, but was pretty effective in the first half. Here's Mosley getting it out to Rickle. Rickle sent out to Harris. Over to Sokolowski from the corner, in and out. And wow, the Braves bench is standing up and yelling about that no call as Ashley Romig went up for the free throw and was virtually tackled from behind. No foul called, but they won't say it went out of bounds off of Sterling. Prince comes back in for Sterling, and so does Haley Davis, probably their 2 most dangerous players. Parker will come off for Ottawa after Hendricks got just a quick breather there. She's back in. Hendricks has played virtually the entire game. So is Kramer. Braves down 2. 8:45 to go in regulation. Hendricks down to the right wing, kicks it back over to Kramer. Uses a screen, gets to the left. Now she wants to drive. Goes up and draws the foul. Is Jordan Greer. That's her third. But now Kramer with a chance to tie it up from the free throw line. free throw rolls in. It's a 1-point game. This one could tie it. Free throw is in. It's tied at 51, so the Braves battle back, tie it up after being down 4 at the end of the third. Set back up into that 3-2 zone. Sokolowski at the top of the wing, sends it over to Harris. Harris gets into the lane, now finds Prince, who is wide open under the basket for an easy, uncontested layup. You can't collapse on the driver and lose track of your post players, but that's exactly what the Braves did out of that 3-2 zone there. They collapsed on Harris and forgot all about the Warriors' leading scorer. Now they try and work it into Romig, but the entry pass is denied, knocked out of bounds by Harris. Sterling up 2, 53-51, 7:57 to go. Hendricks to throw it in on the baseline. So get it out to Kramer, who gets it to Kaylee Williams at the top of the key, swings it back over to Hendricks. And here's Ashley Romig, wide open for 3 from the top of the key, misses, and rebounded by Prince. That's her 10th rebound, giving her a double-double. Sterling coming back the other way. Here's Greer over to Harris. Haley Davis looking for a lane, doesn't have one. She'll pick up her dribble, get up to Sokolowski, over to Greer in the corner. Now she dribbles out, finds Davis in the corner. Davis works it into Prince, working against Romig. Now she'll send it back out to Davis for 3. And that's the second time we've seen the ball stuck between the rim and the backboard. They won't send any brave souls onto the court to try and unstick this one. They'll throw a ball out there to loosen it up. So possession arrow does go to Sterling, so they'll maintain possession of the ball. 7:19 to go. Sterling leads OU 53-51. Throw into Haley Davis. Davis swings it over to Harris. Harris to Sokolowski, too far away to shoot. Now they'll work it inside to Harris. Harris working against Maddie Stewart. Stewart just stayed vertical, and Harris was able to use her body to clear some room and go up for the lay-in, and it's back to a 4-point lead for Sterling. Kramer for 3, off target. Another rebound for Sterling. Probably not the shot they wanted that early in the shot clock. 6:40 to go here. Sterling with the 4-point lead and the ball. Pass it into Harris. It's stolen by Kaylee Williams. Williams wants to take it all the way. Haley Davis gets tied up with her going for the steal, and she's going to be called for the foul despite her protest. Only her first foul of the game. Jessica King ready to check in for Ashley Romig. .6:28 to go. It'll be a throw-in underneath the basket for OU. They have not fouled yet here in the fourth quarter. Sterling's fouled 4 times, so the next one will put OU in the bonus. This is Maddie Stewart out on the wing. Fakes the shot attempt and sends it over to Kaylee Williams, who drives up off the glass, rolls off the rim, rebounded by Prince. Going back the other way. Sterling with the ball. Greer over to Sokolowski for 3. Off target. Rebounded by Maddie Stewart. Stewart gets over to Hendricks to take it down the court. Hendricks looks to drive, then kicks it back out to Maddie Stewart for 3. Nothing but net. Down by only 1 now. 55-54, 5:45 to go in regulation. Sterling looked to have all the momentum a couple times, but the Braves won't go away after leading for most of the game. They still find themselves down 1. Here's Greer looking to drive, kicks it out to Haley Davis for an open 3, misses, rebound, they're fighting for it, finally picked up by King. She's going to need to slow it down. She's not the primary ball handler out there. Dribbling the ball very high, looks like it could easily have been stolen, but she's able to get it to Hendricks. They reset the offense. Here's Maddie Stewart at the elbow. working against Harris. She drives, gets the foul as she goes up. I believe they're going to call that a shooting foul. Yes, they will. So Maddie Stewart goes to the line with an opportunity to at least tie. If she can hit one, take the lead. If she can get them both. 3 fouls now on Harris. Nobody on either team at 4 fouls. Stewart's first free throw is good, and we're tied back up at 55. 5:04 to go here in regulation as Harris is subbed off and Stahlbomber, the 5'10 freshman, comes in. Maddie Stewart, free throw number 2, is good and puts the Braves back on top. 56-55, 5 minutes to go. Greer taking it down for Sterling, working to her left. Errant pass, who comes up with it. Sterling able to track it down. Here's Stahlbomber, has it blocked, and now a scrum for the ball on the floor. Dual possession called, possession arrow pointing in the Braves' favor. So they've got the 1-point lead and the ball, 4:47 to go. And Kramer is going to come out and Romig comes in, so that's a guard coming out for the center. Braves going with a bigger lineup. They have 5'9 Stewart, 6' Jessica King, and 6' Ashley Romig in, along with Kaylee Williams and Ashley Hendricks. Hendricks over to King. Here's Stewart on the wing, gets it over to Kaylee Williams. Now here's King driving against Prince, draws the foul as she goes up. Somehow that's Prince's only her first foul of the game. King to the line. She hit her first free throw today. Number 2 is up and out. Misses. 4:33 to go in regulation. Braves holding on to a 1-point lead. King can make it 2 if she hits this one. Harrison Rickey sub back on for Sterling. King's second free throw attempt is good. It's a 57-55 lead for OU. Rickey to take it down for Sterling. They're looking to push the tempo. It's stolen by Kaylee Williams. Going back the other way. Nice job of evading a defender and going up, laying it in off the glass. It's a 2-possession game now. 4:20 to go. 59-55. Braves lead. They work it into Stahlbomber. She's off target with her layup as both Romig and King were in there pressuring the shot. Sterling's coach is livid over the lack of a foul call, but aside from one call that I can think of, they've been letting contact go right underneath the basket really this whole game. Hendricks over to King at the top of the key, works it into Romig, kicks it back out to Hendricks, who they're going to say that's a 3-second call on Ashley Romig. So a turnover for the Braves. And after turning it over 10 times in the first half, it took until now for them to turn it over once here in the second. 3:47 to go in the game. That's their first turnover of the second half. They have a 4-point lead, but Sterling has been playing much better here in the second. There's Harris down on the right wing. Kicks it back to Haley Davis, swings it over to Greer. Now here's Sokolowski. She'll drive the baseline, look for the layup. It rolls out. It looked like it was in, and then just rolled right off the rim. Braves retain that 4-point lead. 3:20 to go in the game. Hendricks taking it down for OU. Gets it over to Kaylee Williams. Swings it to Maddie Stewart. Stewart wants to try and get it to Romig, but she's too well defended by that zone. Here's King. Shuffles her feet before trying to drive. That's a travel call. And Coach Tate is livid and wants a timeout. Not happy with his team's performance on that possession. 30-second timeout. We'll take a break. It's OU basketball here on KOFO.
The Franklin County Crime Stoppers invite you to Pictures with Santa Saturday, December 10th after the Ottawa Christmas Parade. From noon to 4, bring your kids to the Visitor Center off 68 Highway for a printed picture with Santa. The cost is just a $5 donation to the Franklin County Crime Stoppers. Kids, Santa can't wait to hear what you want this year for Christmas. For more information on Pictures with Santa, visit the Franklin County Crime Stoppers Facebook page.
Welcome back to Sterling, where the Braves have just come out of a timeout. Each team has 2 timeouts remaining. There's 3:09 left on the clock. Possession arrow pointing in Sterling's way. The Braves are up 59-55. Kramer leading the way with 16 points for the Braves. Also has 4 assists to lead the team. And Maddie Stewart, looks like she got a steal there. She's going to be called for the foul as they tried to pass it into Harris. That'll be foul number 4 on her. She's the only player in the game to have 4. She also has 16 points, so they'll need her to stay on the court. Harris tried to take it right at her and tried to foul her out, but no call. Now they're going to call a foul on Ashley Romig, who is standing her ground as Harris tried to maintain possession inbound. Harris appeared to lower her shoulder and try and clear some room, and they called the foul on Romig. Now they work it into Harris, who fouled and won as she hurls herself to the ground after laying it in. Sterling clearly just going for fouls at this point, but she was able to get that one in off the glass. She just kind of hurled the ball up at the backboard as she knocked into a couple of OU players and then threw herself back. Free throw is missed, so the Braves still up by 2. Some strange foul calls in this one, and lack of foul calls in other situations. Hendricks gets it over to Williams on the right wing. Now they'll work it back up to Stewart, swings it back over to Hendricks. Here's Kaylee Williams at the top of the key. Had to double clutch taking that pass, and a dangerous pass over to Kaylee Williams. Now she drives, goes up with it, not even close. Rebounded by Sterling. Prince wants to take it back the other way. Now she'll slow it up and get it over to Harris. Harris approaching Maddie Stewart at that three-point line. Stewart has 4 fouls. Sokolowski over to Harris. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Now Greer looks to drive. Whistle blown, and they're going to call an armbar against Hendricks. Kelsey Hendricks picks up just her 2nd foul. And the 3rd team foul on OU here in the 4th quarter. 1:53 to go. The Braves still up 2. Here's Haley Davis over to Sokolowski. Drives and kicks it back out. Here's Greer, thought about taking a 3. Now she's going to drive. Pulls up and gets it to fall. Tie game, 1:40 to go. Hendricks over to Kaylee Williams. And we're going to have another timeout by OU. 1:37 to go. This is a tie game at 59. You're listening to OU women's basketball here on KOFO.
The KOFO Thanks for Giving project is now underway. This is an opportunity to help those less fortunate in our community, to help drop off non-perishable food items, clothes, and toys to our Thanks for Giving pantries located at Family Life Chiropractic, Trendle Lumber Company, Kansas State Bank, Main Bank location, Frank Eye Care, Franklin County Chiropractic, and Take It Outside. Items collected for the KOFO Thanks for Giving project will be distributed to ECAN and Hope House. A big thank you to Midwest Cabinets of Ottawa for constructing the KOFO Thanks for Giving pantries. For more information, visit KOFO.com.
Come back to Sterling, where we are tied at 59 with 1:37 remaining in regulation. This one could be destined for overtime. Still plenty of time left for either team to gain an advantage, though. The Braves with the ball, they wanted a timeout after allowing that jump shot to tie it up. The Chiefs and the Raiders are fighting for AFC supremacy. Just a couple minutes into the game, it looks like the Raiders have recovered a muffed punt in Chiefs territory. If you're interested in the outcome of that one, no score. They're just a couple minutes in. The Chiefs look like they forced a 3-and-out on the opening drive. The scoreboard operator happens to have the game pulled up on his computer, so I'm able to watch that during timeout. Here's a 3 by Kaylee Williams. Got it! A huge 3 puts the Braves up by 3. 1:25 remaining. Harris drives and stops, kicks it back out. Here's Haley Davis at the top of the key. Works it back out to the timeline. Resets the offense. Working against that zone. Here's Greer back over to Haley Davis. Finds Sokolowski, who's been a deadly shooter here in the second half. She works it in, then kicks it out to Haley Davis. Thought about taking the 3. Now she'll work it around. Now works it inside to Prince, looking for an angle. Tries the layup. It misses. Ashley Romig got the rebound. Under a minute to go. Braves are up by 3, 62-59. Hendricks sets up the offense. She's going to use a screen by Maddie Stewart. Starts to get into the lane, then backs it out. Stewart swings it over to Kaylee Williams. Williams out on the left corner. Gets it into Ashley Romig. Dangerous pass, almost stolen. Maddie Stewart able to track it down. Hendricks with the ball. Only 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. She's going to have to shoot. She gets into the lane. She'll pass it out to Williams, and that took up too much time. Shot clock violation. 28.2 left on the clock. Braves still up by 3. But Hendricks didn't seem to want to take that shot. She waited too long to kick it out to Williams. Williams didn't have time. And now Sterling's going to take a timeout of their own to decide how to handle this. 28.2 left on the clock. They can hold it for the final shot if they want, or they can take a little bit of time off the clock and try and get the offensive rebound in case they miss. We'll take a quick break and be back with the end of the game here on KOFO.
Since 1944, families of Franklin County have called Dingle & Son Mortuary and Crematory in their time of need. Why? Because of the peace of mind received knowing that Dingle & Son will take charge and exceed expectations. Visit dinglemortuary.com.
People's Bank in Ottawa is proud to support our area sports teams. From People's Bank Field at Ottawa University to our Bucks for Buckets promotion and more, we believe our local sports programs are an investment in our future. Best of luck to all the teams from all of us at People's Bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Sterling. 28.2 seconds left on the clock. Sterling took a timeout to go over some strategy. They won't have a shot clock, so they can hold the ball and try and take a last-second 3, but usually when you're down by 3, that's not the direction you want to go. You want to try and get an easy shot, so I would assume they won't run too much time off the clock here, and they'll try and get the best available shot off. So that way, if you do miss, then you're able to foul and turn it into a game of free throws and try and work your way back in that way. They throw it into Haley Davis, swings it over to Greer, puts up a mid-range jumper, misses everything. Rebounded by Maddie Stewart. She's going to be fouled with 18 seconds left. Or no, the Braves look like the Braves called the timeout before the foul, so the Braves will have a rough throw-in with 17.6 seconds left. A little discussion between the referees and the Braves coaching staff. The Braves did call a 30-second timeout. We're far enough into it, we'll keep it right here. But now the referees are saying no timeout. So more discussion going on between the assistant coach and the referee. So I'm not sure if they're not giving them the timeout. Well, now it looks like they are giving them the timeout, at least according to the scoreboard. So I'm not sure what the argument was about. The Braves are now out of timeout. Sterling has one left. Braves with a throw-in dangerous territory. 17 seconds left. They get into Kaylee Williams, who's quickly fouled. An 80% free throw shooter, a good person to have on the line. 16. And we're back in Sterling. Technical difficulties at the worst possible time, but Kaylee Williams missed the first free throw but did hit the second. It's a 4-point game now with 15.9 seconds remaining. Sterling's going to use their last timeout. We'll keep it right here. Just a 30-second timeout. So the player of the game so far for the Braves has been Jenna Kramer. Team high 16 points, has 5 rebounds and 4 assists. was the leader in rebounds until Ashley Romig got a couple here in the last couple of minutes. Romig's now up to 6 rebounds, but just 1 point on the day for the Braves center, who averages 15. But in a way, it's heartening when you can score points and hopefully win a game with one of your top players struggling to score. There's a pass in directly to Prince. She's working against Romig. Goes up off the glass and misses it. Maddie Stewart with another big rebound, and she's going to go to the line as she's quickly fouled. This one should be pretty much salted away if Maddie Stewart can hit these. 10.5 seconds left. Making both of them would make this a 6-point game. Maddie Stewart hits the first. It's a 5-point lead for the Braves. Shot number 2 is up and off the back of the rim. Sterling racing down the court to try and take a quick shot. Well, get it out to Haley Davis, taking a lot of time. She fires up a 3, misses. Maddie Stewart with another rebound. They won't bother to foul. This one is over. The Braves go on the road and win. They advance to 5-1 in KCAC play. They're up 64-59. Or they win 64-59. And they'll stay tied for second place in the conference at 5-1. So a nice road victory for OU. We'll take a quick break and then be back with the recap here on KOFO.
The Home Depot is ratcheting up savings on last-minute gift ideas, like a Husky 60-piece mechanics tool set for just $59.97. You save $20. This complete set of tools is thoughtful, practical, and with Husky's lifetime guarantee, makes a lasting impression that lasts a lifetime. They'll be getting stuff done forever with the Husky 60-piece mechanics tool set for only $59.97. Only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid until January 29th, U.S. only.
At the Goodies one-day sale, the doorbuster savings are twice as terrific with buy one, get 2 free apparel for the family, plus all fine and fashion jewelry. And buy one, get 1 free shoes, handbags, home decor, and more. Mix and match throughout the store all day Friday and Saturday. Hurry in for one-day sale doorbuster savings Friday and Saturday, only at Goodies, part of our Stage family. Exclusions apply.
Style inspired by you.
And welcome back to Sterling. We're done with the women's game as they've won this one 64-59 in what turned out to be a nail-biter. The Braves led for virtually the entire first half. They jumped out to a 2-0 lead and never surrendered the lead throughout the entire first half. Jumped out 9-2 and then again 19-8. Now in a big first quarter where they led 24-11 at the end. They got into some foul trouble in the second quarter, and the lead was down to 8 at halftime after being as much as 13 at one point. And then in the third quarter, it was really all Sterling, as the Braves had a number of defensive lapses that Sterling was able to take advantage of. They also finally got a couple of threes to fall as they outscored the Braves 25-13 in the third quarter, leading to a 51-47 lead. But the Braves fought back, locked down defensively, only allowed 8 fourth-quarter points for the Warriors, outscoring them 17-8 in the fourth. Maddie Stewart ends up with a team-high 17 points on 6 of 8 shooting. Kaylee Williams with 11. Jenna Kramer at 16 points, 5 boards, 4 assists, so a huge day for her. Ashley Romig held to just 3 points, but did have 6 boards, 2 blocks, and a steal, so she still left an imprint on the game as the Braves go on the road, win this one 64-59. They drop Sterling to 3-3 in conference, and they advance to 5-1 and maintain that second-place spot in KCAC play. We'll take a quick break and for just a few minutes, and then we'll be back with the Wise Guys Construction pregame show for the men's game. You've been listening to OU women's basketball here on KOFO.
We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of Ottawa University Braves basketball on KOFO. Brought to you by Modern Woodman agent Dale Pearson, Dr. Hale Family Dentistry, Kansas State Bank, Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, the Ottawa Recreation Commission, and by State Farm Insurance Agent Ryan Dispro, Ransom Memorial Hospital, Sutton's Jewelry, CarStar, Messenger's Home Furnishings. Also by Dingle & Son Mortuary, Ottawa University, Eminent Sports Shop, the Ottawa Herald, Wise Guys Construction, Kramer Pharmacy, Franklin County Chiropractic, and Cosentino's Price Chopper, State Farm Insurance Agent Keith King, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, and People's Bank. For more information about our next OU Brave sports broadcast, log on to the KOFO sports page at KOFO.com and listen to 103.7 FM for the KOFO sports calendar. This has been an exclusive presentation from your sports source for East Central Kansas, KOFO.